So is this all a scheme that Carlos set up to come with us with the bullshiggity? And is he secretly hoping, wishing, and praying that Queen Melody Cherie pulls a Candace Dillard Bassett and leave the show? Not gonna happen, partner. Let's get into it. So as I was perusing down these social media streets, I said this is enough for me to want to share some sensibility. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Well, what have we here? Can I say I am not surprised? So, Carlos King announced today, he put a post up that says, they're back, and so is Destiny, Chow. And oh, and is that a new couple too? Listen, this new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville is honestly becoming one of my all-time faves. It's a reset and a refresh. I love it so damn much. See why when the new season premieres on Saturday, May 4th at 8 p.m., baby. Shall, okay, let's kind of unpack this a little bit. All right, so we already got bits and pieces about the girl trip and how they tried to blindside allegedly Melody in terms of coming at her or whatever. Nothing's concrete, nothing set in stone, but Melody did kind of drop a few little nuggets and a few little hints that they tried it. But of course, Melody being blessed the way she is and being of high discernment, or having high discernment, shall I say, I'm sure she was able to successfully combat anything that they threw at her, right? Because her good friend Shanita Foster was there. And I think she kind of pretty much confirmed, they both did in post, that people tried some F shit, okay? And we know that Destiny allegedly was on the trip. So for him to add her back on the show, so my thing is, what is his angle? I truly believe in my heart of hearts, he's trying to force Melody off the show. He knows that everything that he's thrown at her in order for her to want to leave the show on her own volition has not worked, because there would be no Love and Marriage Huntsville without Dr. Melody Cherie. Let's be clear. We all know that, and we're fans of the show, Millimeters, etc., right? We all know that he practically let Martell get away with murder, so to speak, just in terms of confronting Melody, having an unsafe work environment, a toxic workspace for Melody, being a corporate federal job or whatever. Child, you go straight to human resources and that shit wouldn't happen, right? It just wouldn't fly. So we know her having to have security on set and things like that speaks volumes. And everybody knows, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. We all know that Martell has been a dick, has been an a-hole, and he's been problematic the whole time. And then him trying to allegedly blindside Melody in certain scenes by having Martell appear or Martell be there, because I heard that that party that Stormy threw, Melody was supposed to be there, and Martell, I guess, was supposed to pop up, or he was Destiny's plus one. But anyway, in any event, I hope this season is not a rinse and repeat, the same old, let's pile up on Melody, let's make her uncomfortable, because we know a few seasons back, that's what they were doing. So now they're being a little bit more covert in their actions, being kind of underhanded with it, right? And not trying to be as obvious and trying to make her feel uncomfortable so as to want to exit the show.
What is mobbing and how do you navigate it? Mobbing is a form of workplace bullying, but instead of dealing with one person, you're dealing with a group of them. It's the intentional targeting of one coworker by a group of co-conspirators to isolate and demoralize them, usually for the purpose of forcing that coworker out of their position or forcing them into compliance. Character assassination, isolation, and humiliation are all common tactics used in mobbing. So if you've spoken up or reported misconduct at work, you could be mobbed in an effort to silence you or force you out of your role. If you are a high performer and other employees feel that their positions are threatened by your success, they may conspire to attack the quality of your character in an effort to minimize the quality of your work. You could also be targeted for simply failing to fit in. I mean, think about it this way. Most people would rather do average work with people they really like than exceptional work next to people they can't stand. And this is why many organizations tend to side with bullies who are well-liked instead of victims who rock the boat. As I mentioned in my other video about workplace bullying, navigating this is challenging and often fruitless. You really have to be honest with yourself and consider if you have the emotional capacity to endure it and the compelling evidence to support it. I get it. It isn't right and it isn't fair, but you're probably not going to have much success making moral arguments about this. If you do decide to fight, I suggest you don't do it alone. There is strength in numbers. Along with solid documentation and possibly a qualified attorney, find allies in the organization you trust who are willing to speak up for you. With their help, you may have a better chance at succeeding.
So I just wanted to play that little clip, and that brother really gave a powerful message just in terms of some of the insidious tactics that people use to isolate and ostracize people on jobs, right? And so that being said, we know that Candace Dillard Bassett, as I said in the beginning, she's no longer with the Housewives of Potomac. She left based on her own recognizance. But for those of us that watch that show, we know full-fledged that Big Sister Almighty, talking about that goddamn gizzard, that damn Giselle, got the girls together and pretty much isolated her off of the show, treating her like ish, ignoring her, and they trying to do Wendy Osefo the same way. But Candace just decided enough is enough, right? Because they were coming for Chris. But anyway, that's not the purpose of this. But saying all of that to say, I'm hoping that Kingdom Reign Productions and Carlos is not on some slick-ish bringing back Destiny and them trying to slickly bombard that girl. It makes me wonder, are they trying to up the ante and just try to make an uncomfortable work environment enough for her to say, you know what, F this ish. And see, I wonder if they're being slick, okay? Because we know seasons back, it was just straight up a hostile work environment. And see, now, are you trying to make it an uncomfortable working? But see, now it begs the question, are you trying to make it uncomfortable? As I said before, you're not coming as overtly and as strong as you were before. You're being a little bit more covert with it, making it very uncomfortable, but having her surrounded by people who don't F with her, by having her in a low vibrational negative environment with people who she don't really rock with like that, and them doing passive aggressive ish. Okay, because we know that Destiny, Martell, and Stormy, all of them together, no, it's just not a good trio, duo. It's just not a good combination, period. But anyway, I just wanted to play that clip. Let me get back to the rest of what I recorded. Now, me personally, I'm going to support Melody Cherie as long as she's on the show. I'll watch it, and only for her, because the moment she decides, you know what, I'm done, I'm moving on to bigger and better things, and my purpose have been served here, then I'm not watching the shit no more, period. But I just hope they don't come with any F shit and just try to comfort her, okay? And I wish that she could have a true friend on the show, because it's quite clear and readily apparent that Stormy Steele and her husband, they're no allies to Melody. And I'm starting to question the Fletchers, and I know they're trying to play Switzerland and they're trying to be neutral because they're trying to secure their spot on the show. But let's be clear, they were Martell and Melody's friends first, right? And so I hope they don't straddle the fence too much and be an ally for Melody. Not even too much. Don't straddle the damn fence at all, right? And we already know what the Scots 1.0 and 1.2, 1.0 and 2.0. We already know where they stand. As far as the new couple, don't know a whole lot about them as of yet, but I'm sure we will learn soon to come. There's a lot of detectives out there, so child, we know stuff can be dug up. But I hope they don't come with some F shit trying to come at her too. Oh Lord. So I found out, child, through social media, down to the book, child, down to Facebook, that the new couple actually attended Stormy's lovers and friends party, that event she had for Valentine's Day. So I'm wondering if they had to show up because it was like an all cast event. I don't think Melody was there. They said Melody was not there. At least she wasn't in the pictures. But it does appear as though all the other cast members were there, and Martell was Destiny's plus one, from what I heard. So I hope they're not with the shits. Some people are saying, I've read, that they could possibly, allegedly, be friends with maybe Stormy or someone. But anyway, let me get back to what I previously recorded. Child, that's some bullshit. I'm just saying, because she's the queen of the show, and unfortunately, in the reality space, heavy is a head that wears the queen's crown. Everybody wants to come for the queen, right? So hopefully that will not be the case. It just leaves a funny taste in my mouth that he's bringing Destiny back, because she wasn't transparent when she was on the show the first time. What in the hell makes us think she's going to be transparent now? Now, a storyline for her ass would be that Sonny and her fiance, I don't think she married the guy, that Moses, Destiny's ex. Now that's a goddamn storyline. Let's see how you interact with them, because I think they're going to be on the show because Sunny was on a girls trip. So I want to see that dynamic. Shit, Destiny, concentrate on your love life or lack thereof. Okay, shit, stay out of Martell and Melody's business. Let them handle their own affairs and stuff. Okay, but looking at these comments, a few people say congrats. It looks great. Someone put up something, we don't want you Destiny, at the time. It got like 440 likes and a lot of people replying under that. I second that, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, people just voicing their opinion. Destiny could have stayed where she's at. Let me keep looking. I don't want to hear about Marceau cheating this season. I'm sick of that storyline. Touche, and is. Please show your life, Destiny, and leave Mel alone. And then I'm going to start fresh with you, sis. The Queen Mel is back. I know that's right. When is Love and Marriage to Detroit coming on? The Fletcher J. Da 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 da. Some reading through the comments, y'all. Yes, I knew she was coming back. Love Destiny. Okay. That didn't get a lot of likes. The only single people on the show should be Mel and Martell. True, true, true. Not Destiny. Someone said, okay, I'll watch again. Why? Because Destiny's going to be on? Okay, someone says, can we see the actual reality behind Tisha and Marceau? And can Mel have her real love interest on the show herself? Moving on, since we can see her in mommy mode, can you hold Martell accountable for everything he has done to Mel since their divorce? Okay. Stop protecting him. I agree with that. It's giving chauvinistic, narcissistic vibes, Carlos. Either you support women or you don't. Get off the fence. Now I agree with this sister here. Yes, indeed. She's right about that. Um, Melody may not want to have her love interest on the show. Shit, I wouldn't want my man around them toxic ass people. I mean, if she's dating, I'm sure she is, but I wouldn't want to have my love interest around them. Shit, oh hell no. But I get what the commenter said, you know. But hopefully, when Melody goes to court, I think it's upcoming in June because they keep rescheduling it. Her and Martell, that they can come to some agreements, and Four Piece Nuggets can appear back on social media on the show and film, because Martell, with his silly ass, it hurt his pockets, or it hurts his storyline not being able to show his whole family dynamic as they try to effectively co-parent. Okay, shall. Anywho, yeah. So anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think. Again, whoever this new couple is, I just hope they not with the shits and coming for Melody. Hopefully they remain neutral. Now, I will say this, if they're friends with the Scots, or if they try to align themselves with the Scots, then that won't be good. No bueno, no good, no good. Or even with Stormy, because Stormy is with the shits too, child. She don't play fair. She don't play nice. It's hard for her to play in another queen's sandbox and just play her position. It's just hard for her. And we know Tisha's a wannabe child. Tisha wanna be everything that she's not. But hopefully Tisha can grow into herself and be herself, whatever that is, honey. You're a broker, a real estate agent, child. Be that. Be the best that you can be. And stop trying to be Melody Cherie. And Kimmy, oh Lord, I don't want to hear any damn thing else about her and what's his name? That damn Maurice's sex life. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Okay. I wish them the best, but I don't want to hear that shit. Talk about something else, you know. Show your son. Let's see his goddamn relationships. Let's see Kimmy's ex-husband. Or she might not have been married to her son's father, but shit. Let's see the dynamic or whatever. Talk about how it was being a single mom and what type of relationship you had with him. Shit, y'all had Maurice Jr. I hate to call him monster, but y'all had Caillou up there. Shit, show Kimmy's baby daddy. I mean, that's the storyline. Kimmy retired as a nurse. What is Kimmy doing now? I guess she's a broker, real estate, whatever she's doing. Let's delve into that other relationship. Some positive shit for a change, okay? I don't want to hear about no story line with no damn sex or lack thereof. Don't want to hear that shit. So anyway, as it relates to Nell Fletcher, I'm sure they're going to explore that family dynamic because ooh, child. Is it Lindsay? I think that's Chris's daughter. Child, that's a storyline in and of itself. Now, I don't know if she is going to be on the show. I think she has said in the interview that she would not want to air, but you know, they got a lot going on with their blended family or whatever. So we'll see. But again, the Fletchers, they better be good to Melody and don't be swayed, because I noticed that the Scotts, they always try to woo people over. And it's almost like how Martell, how he tried to get his flying monkeys and have everybody do his bidding and to go against Melody. And it's like, well, either you support me, you got to hate her. I'm just so sick of that shit. They said Martell has a new love interest apart from Coleslaw, that he's no longer dealing with Ariana Curry. I don't know how true that is. That's just what I heard. Don't want to see the person on the show, but he should be a goddamn happy camper and leave Melody the hell alone and just try to do right and co-parent with the kids and leave her alone. Heavy on the leave her alone. So, anywho, that's just my 2 cents. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm kind of ready to see the upcoming season, but I don't want to see Melody being mistreated at all. But she always soars in the end because God has her. You know, we all have her back. So, anyway, this is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.